Welcome back to Bible topics that make you say, hmm. My name is Robin Sweet Ransom. All right, let's get on into it and talk about things maybe you've thought about, things you maybe have pondered, or maybe you haven't thought about it at all. I have, so I'll share with you what jumped up into my brain. So let's talk about the question of, are you on the bandwagon? What does that even mean? Well, there's various bandwagons you can be on. And my question is, are you on the bandwagon as it refers to religion? Are you involved in what's most popular? Or is it an easy route for you? Or are you finding it challenging? What's going on there? So let's listen to what Jesus had to say at Matthew 7:13 and 14. He said, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Hence again the question, are you on the bandwagon? What Jesus was referring to is, when it comes to our relationship with God, we can be either on the narrow road or we could be on the broad road, right? Which road are you on? Which leader do you follow? Do you follow man or do you follow Christ? What's going on for you? We're helped to see that the route to paradise is not an easy road, right? Paradise, meaning, heaven. And I believe that heaven pretty much will experience heaven on earth, so to speak. And I'll talk more about that in a later video. But the route again to paradise or everlasting life is not an easy road. Most Christians are on the broad road. And as we can see from what Jesus said, being on that broad road is not the road you want to be on, because that road leads to destruction, but it's the easiest road to be upon, right? And it suggests that true Christianity is not moved by what's PC or politically correct, right? Right now, it's really popular to believe in anything that is against the Bible. That's what we should believe in. And they want to shut down Christians who speak against same-sex marriage and all other types of things that God does not smile upon, because it's not politically correct to say different. And they want to label you with all types of phobias, which is inaccurate. Having a phobia is having a fear of something. No one fears transgender people. No one fears homosexuals, right? So you don't have a fear of them. And we want to be careful not to have a hatred of them either. But let's call it like it is. What God says is a sin is a sin. And true Christianity calls us out to stand for what true worship is and to speak against what it is not. And true leaders speak truth to the sin, right? And too many leaders are becoming cowardly and feeling like they cannot do that. And so the question is, are you following Jesus over a preacher, right? Jesus' words are what are paramount, not what a preacher says or any man says that can waver depending on who's paying them the most to say what he's saying and how he can make others feel comfortable in what they're doing, whether it's sinful or not. And so the question again is, are you on the bandwagon? Well, the answer to that should be, no, I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm following Jesus and I'm following him on that narrow path. And yes, it may be cramped and hard, but it is the road that leads to eternal life. So that's where I'm going to go. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Scriptures that make you go, hmm. Tune in next time for the next topic. Have a blessed one.